All right, so I talked about making forecasts and past examples that have come true. I'm just gonna go over a couple of them. So this was the S&P 500 over the 4 hour, and I made this forecast. It was basically trying to do golden ratio 3 times. They'll call it phi. So phi is the golden ratio. It's a math constant. 168, and then there's a variance like 861, and so on. This one wasn't like fully dialed in, and then magic number 3 is the other math constant, and it's pretty much what ended up happening. It hit the target, and then bounced around the target. The main thing was I had a forecast and it hit the target. This was a 15-minute timeline. It broke the spiral, and then it went up and hit the target. So that was cool. Euro US dollar. And I think that was that spike roughly on the 9th. Yeah, that spike on the 9th, roughly, that was supposed to happen on this forecast. 9th and 10th of August. I think that's right. This is August 10th. So it had that spike, and it was a day late, but it followed that forecast for the most point on that target. And then we had a 1 hour that I showed in the harmonic. It hit this one target here for the smaller red one, 168, 861, or 0. We can count the 0 as a 1 for the 186 variant of 168. And then 482, this one is like an experimental math forecast by, I think, taking, I think it was like adding, multiplying by 360. Is it 618? I just messed it up. Yeah. So I multiplied it by one revolution of a circle, which is 360. And then I got 0.2248, and then I added that to 0.618, and then I got 0.84, and then I just assumed the 0 was like a 2. Because I had both two of the numbers. I had 8 and 4. So it turned out to do really well on both targets, on the small one and the larger one. And then this is like the new scenario for this target. And this is the target within a target. So I believe that there's going to be a rally going up into I think it's the 20th of September. And then a bottoming happening near November. And then here was a completed harmonic. So I didn't start implementing this until we broke weekly market structure, which was 1.08244. We retested up into it and then broke down and hit the target. And then this is the S&P 500 one. Created it on August 7th, and it actually completed close to the time allotted. So, for like this 824 was kind of a fluke thing, but it worked out really well, especially hitting the target on the tip of the harmonic as a symmetrical time and price alignment. So like that was kind of crazy to see. But I think that's it as far as like examples I've bookmarked. Some of them are where the same during the same time period, just multiple harmonics of different time frames, like the 1 hour and the 15 minute, were basically in the price movement of the 4 hour. The spike here is that 15-minute harmonic on that up target that happened right here, and then the down 4 hour target was had a general same bottom, but the 1 hour was more dialed in to the pretty much, I guess, the main low of that month of the 16th of August, and then from there gave me this next harmonic on the daily, where here's that spike. I think it's right here, and then that was the 15-minute, and then this move here was the 4 hour harmonic on where it was going to say it was saying where that would go, and then right here is the where the 1 hour harmonic ended, and then this is when I made the daily harmonic to target here, and lo and behold, that one filled in fully. So from 15-minute hitting up here, or maybe the 15-minute is here. Let me see. It was August the 10th, so that's here. So from the 15-minute hitting the 4 hour target, and maybe that's the 4 hour target. Yeah, the 16th and 17th. So the 4 hour target, and then the 1 hour target that was also here, and then it was the 14th maybe. And yeah, maybe this is the 1 hour target, and then this is the daily target further down the way. And then now we've gone to weekly support. And the question is, like, are we going to break back above, going up all the way to here to this naked 4 hour breaker? So those are the examples of like the whole process of just the time lapses I showed from when I basically made it, where I said price was going to go, and and then to where the new forecast is leading me, based mainly, the liquidity and the breaker blocks give me a good direction, and then the cycle forecast gives some guidance. The COT report gives guidance. So if I go back to my profile, I look at the COT report. So this is the COT report. It's basically saying we're expecting a bullish move in the euro US dollar. So obviously, I'm like, okay, well, if we're expecting a bullish move, let's draw something on the 4 hour that would be like a quick direction, a quick movement that would match our general forecast. And then when it comes to the this general forecast of the downward direction, and also the weekly market structure break on the euro US dollar, we're expecting us to come to the lower liquidity breaker block of the weekly naked breaker block down here. And so we expect an overall, on a higher time frame, a big move to the downside. So that's kind of just the overall other examples. The other examples were the S&P 500 it coming down and hitting its target. The Euro USD on the 15-minute, the 4 hour, and the 1 hour, all basically hitting their targets. And there's some that haven't worked out really completely. One is like SMCI. So if we were to take a look at that, I don't know. It could fulfill later. It's just we broke the fib spiral. We also broke the fib spiral. I think we're breaking out to the upside on the fib spiral. So that's really crazy to see. But this was one target on the SMCI, and when it breaks this fib spiral, there's less predictability. This breaking of this spiral break looks like a really good entry for the beginning of the week. We filled the gap here. We had a spiral break, and it looks like hitting this target is good to go. And then from hitting that target, we're expecting a downward move. It might be to here, it might not be. I'm still keeping an eye out of what's possible. Like if I were to clone it and see if I can find a better option, first I get to get it in place. And it's based on the principles of what's it called, symmetry. Just making sure everything's symmetrical. So then we try to look for like an 861. So that doesn't work really well. So I try to get like X to D or B to D, something to where they're in harmony with each other with math constant numbers. This was an 816 and 791. If it was a 918, that would be fine. Yeah, so that one's no dice. So then we either do the B to D as a 861, 816, and then we see where it goes from there. This one, like 83, 829, it's not really a math constant. All right. So 853 is not really a math constant either. So then we'll try the sixes here. And we got 186 here. So 224 is not really something. Let's go 618. So there's 186. So this could be one. Let me kind of silence these fib spirals. This looks more realistic. Yeah. So we got it squared, and then let's do that. Oops. And then we got to make another one. So then, looks like you'll need to come back a little bit. Yeah. So technically this would work. Magic number 3, 609. It's not all three numbers, but we got a triple phi and sort of like a magic number 3. It's divisible by 3. That's the main thing. But yeah, and then what we could do is it looks like we can measure the angle too from here to C. Yeah, it's like almost like a magic number 3 in some regards. And then measure, I don't know, everything. But this might be the next point versus that really deep point. I think maybe we'll do that soft landing, and then we have the hard landing, and that happens to be this point right here. I think I don't know. This makes more sense. Getting defended, this gap being defended in some way before going down. So this is like interesting exercise, and then the overall price point is almost all divisible by 3. You could do 369. So then there we go. Target. And then another one was like DraftKings. That was interesting. So they might come true. It just takes some time. We saw a fib spiral break. I had a fib spiral break on the S&P 500. So DraftKings. Look at another one. Oh, we hit the target. Oh my gosh. I didn't know if that would work. But it worked. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. I gotta tell him. That's crazy. Yeah. No, we hit the target. We filled that gap. And I think it's within the time frame too. It was a little hard to tell, but let me see if we're squared up here. Did I? Nope. Yeah, we did it. That's exactly within the time frame with the fib spiral. The fib spiral is about to break. So it's wild. I did not plan that at all. But yeah, some of them work out, some of them don't. But here's an example where it did work out. It hit the target of filling the gap and hitting the end of the harmonic. Another triple phi, magic number 3. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.